With over 40 years in the entertainment industry, Hélène Rousse is a 5-time Voice Arts Awards nominee as a casting director and founder of Total Casting Montreal, one of Canada's top casting houses. She's cast for major films, commercials, video games, and the Oscar-nominated documentary Fire of Love. Her passion and mission is to help and guide aspiring talents to make their dreams come reality. Here she is, the talent whisperer and your show host, Hélène Rousse.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Showbiz Connect. I'm so excited to see you. This is the place where you make connections. This is your best 60 minutes of the week. And this is our third Zoom cast. So what is this cool platform? Showbiz Connect has been created to help you make connections and learn. It's a community for artists, actors, models, directors, beginners, dreamers, and doers, ready to stop overthinking and take the right steps. Whether you're brand new or in the middle of your career or starting over from another job that did not necessarily feed your passion, this webinar gives you real guidance to break into the industry. You can view the show every 2 Wednesdays with the same link at 1 p.m. in English and 5 p.m. in French. So if you are bilingual, it might be a double opportunity because we have a new guest every show, like producers, directors, casting directors, schools, agents, actors, consultants, and coaches to help your journey. So you want to act, model, or perform? Well, this is you meeting connection by Showbiz. So first, I want to know more about you. So write 0 in the chat if this is your first time attending. Write 1 if you are a beginner, which I will call you my newbies. Write 2 if you have been in the field for 2 years or more. You would be my gonna-bees. And 3, if you are returning to your passion after so many years and have passed and you want to give it a shot. You will be my showbiz. And eventually, some of you will become a star in your community, city, country, or internationally. Who knows? There's so many Canadians that have made it in the US and abroad, right? So I see some 0s, some 1s, some 2s. Oh, very cool. All right. Well, my name is Hélène Rousse, and I'm celebrating 25 years of casting this year. Before that, I was an agent for a decade, and I started the careers of thousands of talents. So if you want to receive breakdowns, make sure you are in the database of Total Casting by registering through the website, which we are putting in the chat right now. I will also give you a free gift at the end of the show. We will also have a draw later on as a special bonus. And the theme of the show today is show business networking, how to connect. Oh, yes. So there's, for networking, there's in-person mixers that is happening in every city that you are in. For example, there's one in Montreal organized by Sylvain Gauthier, who will be a guest in September, and it's called Network in the Heart of Entertainment. And you can find that on Eventbrite. We'll also want to put it in the link in the chat. So there's also many networking in Toronto as well. You can check meet.com. There's all types of events in person that you can attend. I will show you later also on how to copy the chat so you don't have to save all the links as you go. Cool? All right. So before we go to our 2 special guests today, let me explain quickly to the newbies the difference between a casting director and a talent agent. It seems a lot of people still have a gray area in their minds, so just want to make sure. As you can see, casting directors are hired by producers and clients, like advertising agencies who need to find talent as well. We search in our database and then we ask talent and modeling agency to submit their talent to us. The talent agency or agent represents talent and work on commission only. Managers, it's another story. They don't have a lot of people, therefore they get a bigger commission. All right, so are you excited? Are you ready to us to present you to our first guest? So write yes in the chat. Also, if you have a question for our guest, raise your digital hand. So here you go. She's an actress with an amazing energy and contagious smile, whom I've met less than a year ago. Sara Scott is an award-winning Canadian actor named Ottawa's Actor of the Year this year by Faces Magazine. She had recurring work with director Adam Reid in appearances in short media films like in Fair Thy Neighbor and even more. We'll get to know a lot more about that. She's also headlined campaigns for top brands like Visa, TD Insurance, Hilton, Coca-Cola, and she keeps training with industry leaders in Toronto and LA, New York, and Montreal, and that is key. So welcome, Sara Scott. Hi, let's pin you. There we go.
Hi. Okay, I
Hi,
had to unmute myself. Hi, how are you?
so good to see you. Thank you for
Of
coming.
of course. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So you want to tell us a little bit how did you start and how did we meet again?
So I started way back when I was in university. I was doing some acting and modeling back then, but my parents wanted me to stop and finish my university degree. So I stopped back then, got my university degree, and then picked it up several years later. So I'm back at it now, which I absolutely love. I believe I met you maybe through the showcase the first time. I think that was it. So
That was in Ottawa.
yes, it was in Ottawa. My agency puts on an annual large gala and showcase where we get to meet casting directors from all over the world, and that's where I met you, Helen, for the first time from Montreal.
That's right. And I thought you had the most special spark. So I said, gee, I gotta have to book that girl.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. The showcases are super great. I'm so thankful that she hosts those. It's such an amazing opportunity to meet people that I would never normally meet. So I'm super thankful that I met you.
Yes, and I think Angie, she will be one of our guests very shortly
Oh,
also. She's
I can't wait.
amazing.
Yeah, she
Yes.
is. She's incredible. Yeah.
And so after that, you got to audition for certain things. Like how did that evaluate your whole?
So first I had to audition for Angie to be accepted to have her as an agent. And back then I was really insecure and quiet, and my dream was to be in a Hallmark film. And so I got accepted into the agency to work on my confidence as well. And I started out by doing some training just to learn the basics because we were in the world of Zoom at the time and all of our auditions were done online. Whereas back in the day, you had to physically drive to these locations just for an audition. So,
Yes. And
yeah.
how that changed for you though? Did you
So
like that better? You didn't have to travel all that time?
exactly. So she was saying back in the day when she was doing it for her daughters or for her other actors and stuff at the time, whenever they got an audition, they would have to drive to Montreal, to Toronto, to Hamilton, wherever the audition was, just to audition, which is crazy, right? So typically now we would be doing that if we were to receive a callback or if it was like a large audition, they would want to see you in person. So I'm super thankful that they're done online now because you can do multiple takes and choose the best one. Um, so yeah, so I started out learning how to do that, how to get a ring light and proper background and, just how to present myself in front of a camera confidently. I had never known how to do that before. And then after I'd gotten the basics down, I started doing background work. I tried to do anything that I could. I was in a lot of Hallmark films as background. I did a lot of background work for Algonquin College, our local college here, where they needed people. You didn't get paid for it, but you learned what it was like to be on a set and with
And
the
you can
different
add
roles.
things to your resume, right? You need to
Exactly.
build it for sure.
Yes. And I just didn't even know how a set functioned. Like I didn't know certain aspects about what a director did or a producer did or an AD. So by doing all those background roles, it really helped me to learn how a set actually works and functions and not to look down the camera and where your eyesight should be. And so all those background roles were super helpful for me. So that's how I started out.
Yeah, I think it's a great start. And you went into train different ways, different places to really make your own style too, correct?
Yes. Yeah. And then after I started doing background, that's when I jumped in and I did my short films with Adam Reid. I did
Yeah.
a lot of his. I did, I think, 16 in total, actually. And they kept asking me to come back, which I love.
Yes, yes. That's one of the auditions I think we sent you, and it was a hit. And then once they
Yeah.
like you for a certain show, and then they're gonna keep booking you and booking you, and that's you never know what where or what is gonna hit, right?
Yeah, exactly. My first one that I did, um, I was so nervous about it, but Adam was so great. And he really helped guide me through sort of the process and to let my nerves kind of go, because it's really
Mhm.
difficult when you're nervous to remember your lines and
Yes.
remember where to stand and all that sort of stuff. So he was super, super helpful. And I learned a lot through him. I did a few with Adam as well, who's an incredible actor himself. So yeah, so I did a few with him, and then that led to bigger and better things. So I'm super grateful for Adam and his and Reid Productions for sure.
And what can you say, like, how do you network to enlarge your web of opportunities, just to tell the people listening?
So how I got bigger and better things was they were seeing my work that I was doing with Adam, and even through background, there were opportunities when I would do background. I was hired as a background person, and they would see me, they would see sort of how I was on set, and then I would get upgraded. And then next thing you know, I'm principal. That happened to me in one of my background roles. I went from being background to actually being principal, and then they remember you if you're kind on set, if you're respectful, if you're quiet, if you do as you're told and you have a great time, they remember that. And then they bring you back in for more. And I've been rebooked and rebooked multiple times with different directors and casting directors because they remember you from being on set. So that's sort of, you want to be in the right place at the right time, but everyone is watching all the time. Don't ever think that anyone is not watching you, from third AD all the way up to the director. Everyone is always watching. So it's important that you're always respectful when you're on set.
Because you never know where that person is going to end up, right? So always
Exactly.
be nice to everybody on your way up, because you're going to meet them on your way down if ever that happens. So I always say stay professional with everybody. You never know, right? Even
100%.
even in the people attending today, you never know where those people are going to end up, or if they have a project on the side, right?
Yep.
So
Same thing for you. So those Adam Reid ones led me to other production companies that were doing sort of the same thing. Then I sort of fell into the niche of playing a lot of the Karen roles, where I was screaming at a lot of people. Believe it or not, I was always angry and yelling at people. But it was so fun to play because that's not who I am as a normal, regular, everyday person. So it's so fun to play, and then that just led to other things. So I'm super grateful for all the opportunities that come my way. Who would have thought yelling and screaming at people would have led to more, but it did. So
sometimes you gotta be out of your comfort zone and just
yeah,
go for
yeah.
it and just be somewhere else. It's like Halloween on steroids or something, right?
Yeah. And a lot of those commercials too that I booked, they would then ask me to do their voiceover for the work as well. So I did a lot of Transformer table commercials. And
Mhm.
then they were like, "Oh, you're great. Can you just do the voiceover for that as well?" So next thing you know, I'm on the radio or I'm the voiceover for their social media. Like it just snowballs. So
You take
just
training for voice?
I did training for voice. I did it with Total Casting. You guys were incredible. So at the beginning, we kind of learned about the different roles that you can take, whether it be a commercial role or more of a drama role, which was incredible to learn all the different things and just to be with other people and see how they learn and what they brought to the table. And then for the second part of it, we did some recording in the studio, which was the first time I had ever done that. So
Mhm.
that was super helpful. The game I will never forget that you made us play is you would pick an animal and then you would pick an emotion. So you'd be like, okay, you're a moose who is sad and go. And I just
That's
remember
right.
being thrown into it,
Improv.
but you get thrown into that in real life. So it's good
Yeah.
to be able to improv and like think on your feet. And then I got a demo from that. And next thing you know, I've been booking tons of voiceover work. So it's been great. So your course was fantastic.
I'm very proud of you, and I'm so great that you're ascending so well.
Oh,
And you
thank
never
you.
know, maybe a year, 3 years from now, you'll be back and you'll say, "Oh, I'm over here now," and you're gonna be a showbiz, right? And talking
Yeah.
about that, I have showbiz here listening to you, but I read that you have honeybees. Can you
I
explain the
do.
balance you have in your life with nature?
Yes. So I live in I have about 5 acres here in the country with my husband, and we absolutely love being in the country. It has totally grounded us. And we love animals. So we have dogs, we have indoor outdoor kitties, we have chickens, we have egg laying chickens, and we're also apiarists as well. So we have 6 hives that we've got right now. And with this heat, they have been going crazy. But yeah, so we love it. They help pollinate our garden, and we just wanted to help increase the bee population, which is declining so rapidly, which is sad. So we've got some hives here. We just trade our local honey with people around us for maple syrup or vegetables or whatever. We do sell a little bit, but we tend to just give it to our neighbors also as a thank you for letting us have bees in case they come and visit on their property every once in a while. So yeah, we
I
love
think
it.
that's fantastic. And you should
Yeah,
add the beekeeper on your resume because you never know, right? Wasn't there a
that's
movie
true.
called Beekeeper with,
It
I think,
was.
Jason Statham? It's
It was,
unbelievable.
yeah. Yeah, we watched it. We saw it. Yeah, it was.
I
He was a
bet
natural
you did.
beekeeper. Yeah,
I
we love
mean,
it.
and also on your resume, I saw you put a great teleprompter reader.
Oh, yes. I love teleprompting. So I just finished a gig actually last month where the whole thing was teleprompter. And
Mhm.
I've done it for medical companies as well, because you have to be very professional. Learning all the linguistic was crazy, but
Yes.
yeah. So for some reason, I'm very, very good at teleprompter work. So newscasts and stuff like that, I love it. It's so much fun. It's good too with the fluctuation of your voice, which I've learned in your training course.
Yeah.
So I think it just comes to me naturally. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Listen, thank you so much for sharing your story and inspire the newbies over here. If there's a question for Sarah, you can raise your digital hand or you write it in the chat, and we'll get back to it. I got my Zumbi here who's gonna let me know if there's a question for you. But I do have a surprise for you, Sarah.
You do? Oh, thank you. What's that?
Well, our next guest is Adam Reid.
Oh, Adam. He's the best.
So, yes, today we are joined by our powerhouse creator whose mission goes far beyond the screen. Adam Reid, actor, director, producer, and founder of Reid Studios, has not only earned accolades for his own work, he's building a platform where actors can shine, stretch, and soar just like Sarah did. It's a very story-driven content with staggering millions in global reach, and it's giving performer meaningful roles that don't just showcase their talent, but it catapult their careers to the next level. So please welcome to Showbiz Connect, the incomparable Adam Reid.
Hi, everybody. Hi. It's so good to see Sarah. Oh my God, it's so good. It's a blast from the past. Hi, everybody. It's good to see everybody. And Sarah, your smile is one that I remember on set with so much laughter. I do want to start, Helen, first of all, by thanking you for the invite. And I wanted to do something very quickly, if I may. I want to unpack a few things from a producer standpoint of what Sarah shared, what you shared, which I think is really important for the people who are on this call. So, is that okay? Is that okay with
Oh,
you?
please do. This is where it's at. Yes.
Okay. All right. So first things first, I want everybody on this call to look at how Sarah's presented right now in terms of her lighting, in terms of how she carries herself, how she prepared to be camera friendly, even if it meant it was in an interview format. That is attention to detail. I also want everybody on the call to notice that through her journey, she's also been very versatile in the opportunities that have come her way. She has never stayed in one mold, and she has always jumped on whatever opportunity can come next, whether it be in medical, whether it be in a transformer table, whether it's attending or doing voice work. So I think that's very important for everybody on this call to remember that although we set out to do something in this business, Sometimes it takes a turn, but we have to sort of embrace that turn and go with those opportunities. It reminds me of an analogy when you're in the ocean on a boat and you're holding really hard and the waves are crashing. And if you're too tense and too stubborn in your ways, you'll topple over, versus really just going with the motion of the ocean and letting it pass, and seeing it where it brings you. So I thought that that's very important to highlight. Also, which I find very commendable, which I think everybody should take note, with all of the roles, all of the work that she's doing, all of the projects that she's involved with, she still has time to go do background work. She's still dedicated enough to put the ego aside and get on set and continue learning and learning and learning and making contacts. And some of which, of course, as you heard, allowed her to go from a background performer to a principal performer. And believe me, that's no easy task as a producer to make the jump of background to a principal. Obviously, you have to have the right energy and the right personality. So that's commendable to her. And also, of course, she mentioned something about attitude. I really sincerely believe in that. One of the main reasons why Sara was brought back was attitude. We have a no asshole policy. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I have a no asshole policy on my sets. And that's because we work so hard as an actor before becoming a producer. We work so hard to be on set. We work so hard to land the role. And then you get on set and there's a director or an AD or a PA that's just really mean and a bully, and it completely tears down the creative juices and energy on a set. So Sara, although was lacking experience when she was brought in, I saw in whatever video, photo, resume that I had access to early on, I saw that she had potential. And then, of course, with the attitude she showed, driving back and forth from Ottawa, never saying a word about how long that commute was, always being professional, always being on her lines. I think she downplays how professional she is because she did always come prepared and she did always know her lines. But these are really important lessons. These are really important takeaways. And I can tell you, from a producer standpoint, if there's one thing that I want you to remember on this call, and the reason why I did this call is because I genuinely do want to see you all succeed. We should never be in competition with anybody. We should always be hoping that everybody around us succeeds, because the more of us succeed, the more opportunity comes our way for each other. I will say that there is a big difference between the movie business and the business of movies. And that is very important to remember, because if you are too dialed in to the art and the character and really setting your ways, that episodic lead role is the only thing I want, and you're not thinking about the business side of things and the business side of movies and scratching people's backs and doing them favors and asking for their support at the right time, or asking to vouch, or taking the time to help somebody's Zoomcast out, and vice versa, it's going to be a really tough climb unless you are extremely, extremely gifted, talented, and have a work ethic like none other. So always remember, there is a business component to this. And what you see in Sara that she does so effortlessly is understand that business side, understands how to network effortlessly, and always be there to support, and is always willing to answer the call when the time is needed. So many great lessons to unpack from Sara's talk. And again, continuous training, always being in it, always being involved. These are massive, massive lessons for all of you to take away, because it is going to be part of your arsenal. It has to be part of your arsenal moving forward.
Well said, Adam. I agree to all of that. You agree, Sara, right?
Yes. I learned so much being on set with Adam. Like, it was incredible. It was such an amazing opportunity. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Adam.
And by the way, I now know why you have honeybees in your email address. I've sent you so many transfers. I could
That's
never
right.
figure out why you had honeybees in your email address.
That's
So
why.
now I know, and now I completely understand why that is.
Okay.
Exactly. Thought the same thing as well. I mean, wow. If somebody would like to be in some of your show, I don't do the casting anymore for you, but is there a way to contact your casting rep? I think it's Roxana now.
Yeah. I mean, Helen's obviously a great place to start if ever you show interest in what we're doing. Obviously, the actors that are, compared to when Sara was with us and the evolution of the studio, since we are very much more mission driven in terms of what we're telling. We're telling stories that matter to people who care. Sara might not know this, and Helen, you might not know this either, but the reason why I launched Reid Frame Studios is because I lost my best friend 3 years ago, he took his life. And as I stood on the porch, staring at his mother in tears, and my other best buddy, which is his brother, in tears, I promised myself that I would never let that happen to another person again. So the idea of creating short form soap operas with a valuable life lesson at the end of them, yes, they're over the top, and yes, they're of course, full of moral outrage and conflict, but at the end, we always walk away with some sort of valuable life lesson. And that's how we started Reframe Studios. And I'd say to get on board with our team, we are in full expansion. This is a very exciting time. Content has been democratized. There is no longer the gatekeepers that are holding us back. We no longer have to ask for permission. We do not have to send a script to some sort of bureau and hope that they read it and like it. We have the ability now to go out there and make our own break. And that is something that during my time and during Helen's time early in her career, or maybe even Sara, we didn't have that opportunity when we started. So somebody coming in now and leveraging social media and being able to build a type of following for a certain niche type of content is really available to everybody. So yeah, it's an exciting time. Reach out to Helen. We'll get on your radar, and we'll find a way to plug you in. Obviously, I hold Helen in very high regard. I know she's always worked with great talent. She has been an instrumental force in Montreal. To be honest, I don't think you get your fair share for how Montreal first you've been in terms of talent and putting talent on the map. But I couldn't be happier and more thankful and full of gratitude of the relationship we've had for years. Although our paths cross from time to time, it's always great to see you shine. And I think Showbiz Connect is a great way for people to learn about the business. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to share those insights and those observations. And believe me when I tell you, I got a lot of them. So yeah, I'm open to hearing whatever questions you have.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing, Adam. It's so appreciated. I don't know if we have a question. Do we have a question, Zombie? Let me see if anybody had a hands out. But this is so exciting, really, for you to be able to share. And I knew you would bring in so much. I think Mark has a question. I'm going to let Mark unmute himself, and I'm sure he has something really interesting to talk to you.
Hello, Hélène. It's nice to see you again. Adam, I would like to, are you based in Montreal? Which city are you based?
Yeah, Montreal raised, Montreal born. I'm going to do everything I can to keep this studio here. I'm very proud to be in Montreal. I want this to be a Montreal success story.
So if
And
we
Ottawa, because Ottawa's been very instrumental in our success. So it's like a hybrid, Montreal, Ottawa success story.
So can we get, I'm a New York trained actor. I don't know if you heard about Tom Todoroff.
I have.
I've been trained with him for years, and I'm still training because it's not being an actor. It's a lifestyle. You always working on your voice, your emotions, your energy. When Sara, that was great what Sara was talking about, because I really think the same way, we share the same values. Like it's all about energy, our attitude, when we're on set. And that's with the way that I'm trained with Tom. And Tom, the standards are very high, eh? So
yeah. What I would say, and the first initial instinct I have to what you just said was, to not be the guy that has like 6 different diplomas in 6 different things in terms of training, but never getting out there into the field to actually do the work. I know a lot of people who are extremely highly educated and keep diploming up. If I don't even know if that's an expression, but they keep acquiring diplomas and more knowledge and more knowledge and more knowledge, but they don't put it into practical use. So one of the things that I always, I give an example when I talk about the movie business and the business of movies. I want you to picture for a second, Mark, that you're an artist and you've been carefully preparing your strokes and figuring out the perfect stroke to create something of quality that is recognizable, that will give you that opportunity. And there is another Mark St. Marie that is out there that is putting it together in a way that's really good, might not be as detailed, might not be as perfect, but knows somebody that owns an art gallery, knows a friend who's a DJ, has a friend of his that does a catering company on the side, did a couple of voice commercials in exchange for them to be present that day and do a barter of service. And in exchange for a couple $100 that he scrapes up, he sends out 300 invites. He gets 15 people to show up and 2 people make an offer on his painting to support him. And he ends up selling that painting. I'm that guy when it comes to the practical side of things. So I share this with you because it's important that as much as you're training, it's important that you are out there as well. And Sara mentioned it and nailed it. Whatever she could get her hands on, she did. No ego, no judging. If it's Trebus, it's Trebus. If it's a short film, it's a short film. If it's a medical teleprompter of some sort of medication, she'll do it. Just by getting out there, people will see you, and then you'll start crafting in the real world of what is applicable and what is not. There's a lot of what Tom teaches that is very technical, that's very hard to implement on a set unless you're a lead or a supporting. So I would just say get out there, put that knowledge to use, and you're already light years ahead in terms of training and in terms of baseline. Now it's just a matter of going hunting and being on every page, every Facebook page, every Kijiji ad, every platform, every backstage that's out there, signed up for Actors Access, on casting workbook, constantly, daily looking. If you have an agent, great. You support that agent. One of the things that I do, I don't know if Helen's going to be happy if I share this, but I'll share it anyways. But one of the things that I used to do as an actor is when I would take the time to audition, I would ask for a read report or a sent report or an open report from my agent to show and to see that the casting director, in fact, actually watched my tape. Because if we saw that we were sending tapes out to casting directors and they were not opening our tapes, well, it would be okay to have those conversations, say, well, you keep inviting Adam in for an audition, but we're not opening up the tapes. Like, what's going on here? And as we did that, we started getting agents into the habit of actually making sure that they did watch our videos, because we were making sure that we had the read report attached to it, or some sort of confirmation. So these are the little things that I'm talking about, just about getting out there, making the right moves, and not spending too much time in the lab studying the formulas and actually start cooking.
It's to get action and just go for it. But just to what you said, yeah, we watch every take, that's for sure. We're always looking for that special person that's going to make our client very happy to have in their show. So it's key. I mean, and nowadays it's so much easier for you guys to do self-tapes, because we can see a lot more people than before. When it was in person, there was so much time in the audition room. There wasn't that much time, to be able to see so many people per role. And now it really opens up the floodgates with the self-tapes, where you can do it on vacation, in your car, pretty much anywhere you can do your audition. Maybe not as professional as the background of Sara, but at least you can audition. This is the new era of technology, and we've got to embrace it and work with it. So thank you.
Yeah, just a couple of points to layer on that, Helen. I think those are great points, and I think I just out of curiosity, and I'd love to see a raising of the hand here. By a show of hands, can you raise your hand if you've been out to a birthday supper or a get together or some sort of restaurant or outing with a loved one? If you can you just show me your hand and lift?
Or write it in the chat.
It could be in the chat or just by a show of hands.
Put yes in the chat, because the theme today is also networking, right?
Right. Okay. So the majority of everybody here in this chat has agreed that they've gone out and had a nice meal. You'd be shocked to know that the setup that Sara has is not as costly as you think.
Oh, totally.
And if people are not fundamentally, as a producer, I do all the casting for the platform. It's the one role I wanted to hold on to, because it's close to me as an actor, and I see talent when I see it. If you are out having suppers and you are out celebrating or going out and seeing friends, then you absolutely have the money and the resources to invest in a great setup for your self-tape. Because I will tell you, find the best audition tape quality you've ever seen and make it your goal that after today, that your quality is even better than Sara's, because quality does matter for a producer and a casting director. And the second thing I would want to say about the self-tapes and the audition self-tapes is I was really shocked to learn just on my own how important the slate is. Everybody does a slate, and it's a missed opportunity for people to see the real you and your energy.
Yep.
I would be willing, exactly, and I would be willing to bet that a big chunk of Sara's gigs that she's booking off audition self-tapes is because of how she introduces herself with a wonderful smile, great energy. I'm available to work. My name is so-and-so. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my tape and enjoy. It's something so small, but as a casting director, as a producer, I look at that and I'm like, that's the kind of energy that we need to have on set. So that's a check mark right there. And then, of course, I want to watch the actor perform. And of course, they have to deliver the goods and be the right fit for the role. But those are really small little hacks and opportunities that actors often miss. And also, when you submit an audition, there's always a notes section. People leaving notes is always very touching. So, hi, I read
You're
your
talking
script, or I
about the
saw you.
casting workbook, right? For the
Right.
notes. Yes, so
Yeah.
this
So
is
if you're
for the
submitting on the
other
casting
platform.
workbook, exactly, on another platform, there's an opportunity sometimes to leave a note with your audition.
Exactly. We
And
always
in
look
the
at
note,
those.
yeah. And on the note, just being able to say something like, hi, thank you so much for considering me. Congratulations on a great project. This looks so much fun. I know I would do it justice. I'm available to work. I'm available to work local. Thanks for considering my tape. Sarah or Adam, just getting that note immediately has my interest and immediately knows that you're on your game. So a great self-tape, great delivery, excellent quality and sound and lighting on that tape, and then a great message and a slate. You're already ahead of 40, maybe 35 to 40% of the tapes that are out there. And to me, it's shocking, Helen, that this is what people want to do for a living. This is the career they're pursuing. And in the first impression, they are cutting corners for whatever the reason. And there's just no room for that. First impression is everything. And there will only be one chance. Mark, you send me a tape. Had I not seen you, had I not met you, I'm gonna see Mark once, potentially. And if you catch my eye, there might be an opportunity to work forward. And that's another thing too. I know I'm going off here, but I think these are really important points that I wanted to share today. Helen, I think you would agree with me that one of the biggest, actually, let me reverse that. One of the biggest changes from an actor working on Reid Frame Studios and how it led to booking a series of guest stars and really big roles on the outside world was that I learned to take risks. I learned to go big. I learned to be bold in my decisions in the audition room. And what I realized for 10 years of acting is I was always trying to give Helen what I thought Helen wanted, metaphorically speaking, versus really doing this role justice and really doing it for me. And what I've realized, Helen, maybe you can confirm this, but it's not a yes or a no, you didn't get it. There's a folder right in the middle called Not Now. And I put a lot of people in that Not Now folder. And that means great audition, great energy, great person, great ability, but just not now and not on this role. And believe me when I tell you, when I start casting a new project, I always start with my Not Nows of the people that are on the back of my mind where I'm like, how can I fit Mark St. Marie somewhere? This guy really, there was something about him that I really liked. And then all of a sudden a role will come and we'll direct book. We won't even ask you to audition and be like, we already know you're a great fit for it. So actors, when you don't get a no, when you don't get a yes and you get a no, let's first work towards the not now. Let's blow the socks off people like Helen to really show what we can do and be bold and take risks. And that will then allow Helen to start creating the soup that she's trying to make as a casting director and finding all of the right ingredients. Might not be for this one, but it'll certainly be down the road.
Always check the tapes, even the film we're doing right now. There's always, oh, maybe for this other project I'm working on right now, maybe not for that one. So exactly the same line of thought. Absolutely. So it's the audition will stay with us. It will stay online. It will stay in our database, and we often refer to it when we do other types of casting, where sometimes you don't even need to audition because we already have an audition tape, and sometimes we send it directly to the producer or director to pick from. So absolutely. Thank you for your insight, Adam. It's very appreciated. And I think we'll have you come for special coaching sessions that we have in our Formula One that I will talk about later on. So
sure, I'd be more than glad to do that. And just for everybody that's on the call, first of all, congratulations on even being here. There's a lot of people that are right now either distracted or they're in there's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. The fact that you're on the call shows to what point you're determined and wanting to make this work. Now the question is, how do you work smart and hard, not just hard and doing things the wrong way. You want to do things as best as possible, as quickly as possible, and learn and learn and learn. So you guys are definitely on the right track being here on Showbiz Connect. And yeah, Helen, great job in setting this all up. I think it's a wonderful platform. I think things are going to get really exciting over the next 6 to 7 months. We do have some opportunities coming up at the end of the month for some background work. So Helen, maybe we can connect and get a few people here on set and to try them out, or at the very least get everybody that was on this call today as a sort of a gesture from us to them, just to see what we do and how we do it, and go from there.
And let me put your link in the chat right now so people can go and register on YouTube and you know, maybe subscribe to your channel.
Yeah, Reid Frame Studios, REID Frame
It's right in the chat
Studios.
right now.
Yeah, so they can't yeah, actually, if you go in the about section of our page, you could check us out, but we're actually much larger on Facebook. That's where the majority of our action is. Our audience is female 30 to 60, soap opera loving audience, so that's where you'll find them on Facebook. But yeah, we'd be more than glad to support and have them on set.
Excellent, thank you. Stay put. I'm just going to talk about a little bit now about the voice class that we have here at Total Casting. We offer a voice coaching for talents who wants to do video games, dubbing, narration. You've done all of that, Adam, already, or even GPS voices. So we have a one-day voice class that consists of teaching you about agents, union, marketing of your voice. We have script adapted to your voice and style. And we record all of that in studio with a technician, and then you receive a mixed voice demo with music ready to use to get cool gigs. So if you'd like to try voice work for yourself, check out the upcoming dates at Total Casting, and you can also book a private voice session or a strategy coaching one-on-one if you prefer. We do have a French class on the 30th with only 5 students, but you need to reserve fast because there's only 1 spot left. And we have an English one, I think September 28th. So you can click on the link in the chat to reserve your spot. It's usually $350, but because you are my first guest of the season, we give you a $25 discount until the end of the month. So you can use the code VOICARTE to get your rebate. And do we have Zumbi? Do we have Sebastian video that we can show also? No? All right. So next, I just want to make sure that all of you should be aware that without a good headshot, you cannot go very far. So I might as well discuss our special photo shoot with Paul McIntyre so you can get your headshot done ASAP if you don't have one. To help you get jobs, it's $200 for photo shoot or $250 with makeup. The link is also in the chat. You can save $20 when you use the code LACARTE to get 10% off, and we will reserve a date and time for you. I couldn't see that, by the way. Zumbi's talking to me. Oh, right. So Zumbi's telling me that we have Schubert who took the class and she wants to show it. So go ahead.
It was absolutely amazing. We got to learn so many techniques, tools, and honestly, just a great work environment to learn in. I learned a lot myself, and I can't recommend it enough. Thank you so much, Hélène, to the whole staff here. Awesome work, and thank you very much for having us.
All right. So now it's time for the draw. We're going to roll drums. Woo-hoo. So I am giving the Showbiz attendees my meditation audio for talents that you can listen in your car, at home, or even in your box. Who knows, right? The talent who will guess or will be close to a specific number will win the meditation. So pick a number from 1 to 12 and then write it in the chat. Let's see. Write your number in the chat, and we're going to turn the wheel. Who's going to win the meditation that I created myself? Ooh la 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 la. Right there. Okay, what is it? What is it? Number 9. Caden. We've got Caden who won. Do we have a second winner? We do? We have Kenya. Oh my God, congratulations. We're gonna give to both of you actually. So stay tuned. We will send it to you directly in the chat or by email, right? It's well, we'll organize all that. I still have another gift at the end of the show for everyone. So stay present and open your cameras if they're not open. My mission is to help as many of you elevate yourself. And this is why I created this show. But I also built a very special course for those people. It's called the Showbiz Formula One. It's a fast track class to learn the basics, the tools, a little bit like what Adam was talking about, and the acting skills with incredible information that you need step by step. The Showbiz Formula One is a 12 weeks online course platform designed for new and emerging actors, voice artists, model talents who are ready to stop guessing and start taking real action. So here's what we'll cover fast and focused. You'll get the industry blueprint to know how the industry actually works. We break down the roles of agent, casting directors, producers, and we teach you how to get on their radar. You'll stop feeling lost and start thinking like an industry insider. So with your personal dashboard, you'll learn 4 acting skills, and every 2 weeks, you will present your scene or monologue online with different coaches or myself. We have different coaches, and of course, we're going to invite Adam to be there. You'll gain confidence for both last-minute auditions and polished performances. We're going to talk about marketing yourself, even if you're just starting out. We guide you through casting platforms so you can be visible and findable. We will teach you how to do self-tapes, so key, how to show up, take direction, and follow up like a pro. We talk rejections, habits, imposter syndrome, and how to keep going without burning out. You'll stop second guessing and you're going to start winning. You're going to improve week after week and build usable material as you go. We're going to show you how to find auditions, reach out to agents, pitch yourself professionally, and build visibility, even with no credits yet. You're going to know to actually get in the game and start landing work. So the Showbiz Formula One is your launchpad and your first 2 week sprint towards real results. And all that with access to a training portal with templates and tutorials where you can log in anytime, anywhere, rewatch and download. It's designed to move you from amateur to market ready in 12 weeks. This class has a value of $5,000, but we offer the Speedy 3-month class at $19.97. But because you were invited to our 3rd Showbiz Connect show, we will let you have the beta version for 75% off, only $4.99, 1/4 of the price. It's just the 6 live coaching is worth more, basically. So we have a VIP code to get this special price. It's Showbiz, right? With 1 Z. You can see the link in the chat. And this offer is only offered to you if you book it before tomorrow at midnight. We take only 10 people for this beta version. And we have now 9 spots left. 1 has been taken. And the only condition is to get that price is that you will have to give us some written notes on your experience and make a video testimonial at the end of the 3 months. If you are serious about elevating your career, you will take that incredible offer that will give you VIP coaching, practicing sessions every 2 weeks live on Zoom. And you will get a certificate at the end on top of it. Isn't that cool? So grab it while it's there now. It starts in September. You know, this is your chance. It's a unique offer and it's not going to come around again. And I will also add another bonus. You will get the full list of casting directors in Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, and how to contact them. The full list of talent agencies, including specialty agents for comedians, circus talents, hosts, speakers, as well as a full list of all Canadian modeling agencies when you get the Showbiz Formula One before tomorrow night. So also, if you want to speak to us about it or my assistant, you can write coach in the chat and we will talk to you after the show in a breakout room or simply call us. All right, so I'm so excited. Oh my God, how's everyone feeling now? Write it in the chat. Are you having fun? I'm so happy you know, to be that I'm part of Showbiz, you guys are part of Showbiz, and that you're here, that you showed up. It's amazing. You can also catch the 2 first episodes on my YouTube channel. It's called Casting Vlog. And I'm getting close right now to give you my free gift. It's my guide that I co-wrote. It's called Get Off Your Tush. But if we can do a group picture first, do you mind? If you can turn on your camera, or if you want to be part of it, the group picture, click on Allow, and it will take a picture at the same time you click on Allow. And that will, and after that, we'll do a collage of our group. While you are clicking Allow, I just want to thank you for being there on our 3rd Zoomcast. And I hope to see you in 2 weeks with a new theme. It's about set conduct with directors and coaches. So no worries, you're not going to miss it. You will receive reminders from us to alert you of our next dates and the events as well. So did everybody took their picture? Because now, you didn't expect that, but now it's time for breakout rooms to connect. So you will be offered to go in a room to present yourself to others for 15 seconds each, and then chat amongst yourself up to about 5 minutes. And then I will see you back on stage right after your connections. All right? So don't forget, say your name, mention if you're a newbie or a gonna be or a showbie, and what you do, actor, director, writer, model, comedian, and etc. So are you ready? Okay, go. All right, welcome back. Good to see you, Rocco. Long time. Well, isn't this great? If you guys had one word to put in the chat of how you saw the experience, please write it down. Write it down. Get it done. All right, super duper. I have now the gift to give you. So 1 second. This is the gift that I promise you, right? So we're gonna put it in the chat. This is my little guide, so you can enjoy, right? It's like it's called Get Off Your Tush. It's a booklet with winning formulas and tricks to inspire you. It's worth $15 on Amazon. You can check it out. So enjoy it as it says in the guide and give it forward if you think somebody needs it. And now if you want to copy the chat with all the links, you can go to the 3 dots or the arrow on top of right of the chat, and then you can save the whole chat if you want. So otherwise, you'll have a few minutes after we're just finished right now to copy what you need. So make sure also to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn for more news. So keep the buzz, my showbiz, and share the link to Showbiz Connect for others to profit the knowledge and the connections. So I will see you next time on Showbiz Connect. Ciao. Bye, guys.
Attack, front to back, in this thing called rap. Nigga like a shovel, rhyme double on a heavenly level. Bang the bass, turn up the treble. Radical mind, day and night, all the time. 714, wise, divine. Maniac, brainiac, winning the game. I'm the lyrical Jesse